This building, under construction, will be the new cultural center in The Hague. It's called AMARE. The plan is that in September 2021, it will open its doors to the public. But not only the building needs reconstruction. Due to the COVID-19 crisis, it seems like the artistic and cultural sector will need the reconstruction as well. Right now, November 2020 in the Netherlands, all theaters, museums, and cinemas are closed. If Amare would be open, there would be only silence inside. The crisis has generated a huge financial loss for the cultural sector. There are not official numbers yet, but for example, a poll done in September 2020 by the organization Event Platform, a union for diverse events organizations, suggests that in 2020 the sector has an 80% loss compared to 2019. But if it is hard for the organizations and companies, what about freelancing artists? We spoke with some artists here in the Netherlands, and they shared their experience with us during these hard times.
Well, the plans I had of playing gigs, they were not possible anymore. And the side jobs I had also with a while they fired me, so they're also not possible. So yeah, from the things I did, I have non-income, and yeah, I'm happy I get Tozo, but that's it.
So basically all the forms of income I used to have from my artistic endeavors, from whatever kind of artistic business I had, they all disappeared. Luckily enough, I had my family who could support me, but all my regular jobs or performing or stuff, they all basically went away.
I mean, my activity stopped 100%. So, yeah, that's it. And of course, well, not of course, but I live in the Netherlands. So, after some months, I received the help from the government to, not to the musicians or to the cultural sector, but to the, how to say, self-standing in the Netherlands, to the people who have their own companies, right? And if you have your taxes in order, you receive a help that, yeah, it's quite, in some months better than what I was making from musician, or equal. But my activity stopped professionally. I don't receive anything from my work.
Those that are ZZP'ers, or in other words, that own their own company, can get financial help from the Dutch government. It is called TOSO. And now it has been extended until April 2021. When asked about the problems related to the COVID-19 crisis, majority of the artists also spoke about dealing with psychological issues.
Yeah, anxiety attacks, and a lot of just fear of the future, sadness, a lot of sadness. Also seeing, like, we artists always accepted that it was going to be hard and difficult and uncertain, and that culture will have it's always been pretty much at the bottom of the interest, and in the government levels and people as well. But this crisis, of course, showed that we're really at the bottom of everything. Like, no one gives a shit, and because people, yeah, there was all these movements of culture matters and all that, but people, if they have Netflix and they have whatever Amazon Prime, whatever shit they get, they're gonna be happy. Like, no one actually, for me, I kind of realized, yeah, no one needs culture for real in this world right now. No, people are totally fine without, because they live without culture, most of people.
Yeah, it's a big, how to say, it's a loss You know what I mean? It's a big loss, and you feel unuseful. You felt that the feeling around March, April was that of course without knowing what's coming and how the situation is gonna be developed, one of the first thoughts I have is that maybe my profession will disappear. You know, and this all the time I put on this. Yeah, it's gone, right? Gone. We don't know if still it's not clear for me how it's gonna come back or not.
Already in April 2020, when interviewed by the LA Times about artist psychology, Dr. Courtney Grimes, a psychotherapist, said, "Concerts are getting cancelled. Sessions are being cancelled. Musicians are terrified that they are going to lose their fan base because they can't do shows. They can't do meet and greets. They can't be around anyone. During this pandemic, I'm seeing anxiety go through the roof. For now, artists will need to stay strong and learn how to deal with all the different situations this pandemic is putting them through. And of course, they are able to find some quite skeptic positivism even in these hard times."
Knowing that I count on some help here in the Netherlands, I can kind of aim to a midterm. I would say not long term, but maybe I can diversify what is my production. You know, kind of. I can produce my music, and now I can really focus on practicing. I have a lot of time to practice. So if you can cross a little bit the frustration from the beginning and the shock, you can put your coins on something, you know. But still, it's like a hope for now.
Somehow also in a good way, because I have much more time to focus on the goals that I make, that I can. I mean, I practice more than I did, because before Corona I was more distracted and on so many places, and then there, and then there, and I'm tired, and so then I did less. And when Corona started, I started to work more and improve more as a musician, which is a positive side for me.
I guess we're lucky that in the Netherlands there's a TOZO, which gives you financial stability. There might be questions about a bunch of other things, about the downsides of receiving money from the government, because then of course you don't complain about anything, because you don't bite the, what's that? I don't know if it was an English saying, but you don't bite the hand that is feeding you, right? But it keeps you alive, and you can pay bills, which of course is the number one priority in this world, for paying bills. That's what we're here for.
Let's hope that next year, when AMARE is opening, the artists performing inside are also reconstructed and able to bring us their critical views about the current sci-fi situation we live today. This was Julián Sarmiento for It's About All of Us.